right, so we have an in and out game, and we know that we need to close at least one. So at least one of them will be turned off. So we have L, M, N, P, Q, and R. When I read this rule 1 and it says N and R cannot both be closed, that means that they both could be on, but if one is closed, the other is on. I'm actually going to skip this rule at first and do the easier ones first to apply. So 2 says if N is open, then L must stay open. So what are we going to do there? What does that trigger us to do?
Yeah, so for 1, you're going to repeat the set of L, M, N, P, Q, R.
Yep.
And then for one of them, you'll say, okay, N stays open. So you circle N.
Excellent.
And then L must also, so circle L as well.
Well, wait, okay, yes, you're so right. But what do we need to do first before we circle L on one?
Cross out N on the other
Excellent.
one.
I think you might have said that and I missed it. Yes.
Oh, no, I didn't say
just because I just want us to preach this, like we're focusing on the sufficient.
Yeah.
So we have both situations happening. Cool. But whatever N is on, L must stay on. Great. So now let's go on to rule number 2.
Okay. So if R stays open, M must also stay open. So if we repeat the entire 2 sets.
Excellent. Again. So what are we going to do when we repeat the entire 2 sets?
Okay, so for one of them, okay, for one of them, we'll circle R, and then for one of them, we'll X R.
Excellent. So for our top, for our left, I'm going to circle R. So I have to make sure I'm doing it on the different ones.
Yeah.
And on the right, I'm going to cross it off. Excellent.
And then on the circled R's, we'll circle M as well.
Excellent. All right, so now what about rule number 4?
Okay, so if L and R cannot both stay open, then at least one of them needs to be closed. So
essentially, what is this rule saying?
One of L and R need to be closed, and so
how would you diagram this though?
Not in conditional language, right?
No, do it in how would you do it in conditional? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if one is they cannot both stay open. So one needs to, if one is open, so if
L.
Yeah, so if L is blank, then R has a slash through it.
Or if R.
And then L has a slash through it.
Excellent. I just want to make sure that we really understand what this means.
Yeah. So L.
Okay, but you were right. They both can't be open. So what does that do for our situation here?
Okay, so if we look at the left side, R is open. So that means L needs to be X'd.
Yeah, what does it do to the first one?
It's a contradiction. So I guess we would just delete the board.
Yeah, that dies. This one, but this is the one that you're saying gets an X, right?
Yes.
Great. And then 2 is good.
Yeah, so 2 is good. And yeah, the bottom right is fine as it is.
Can we do anything to the bottom right?
No.
Excellent. Great job. Yes. Good job. All right. So now let's go back. So we have the second rule, the third rule, and the fourth rule all taken care of. And so what does the first rule mean?
Okay, so the N and R cannot both close, which means one of them needs to stay open. So in conditional, it would be if N was X'd, then R is open, or R is X'd, N is open.
Excellent. So what does that mean for our situation?
Okay, so on the first board, N is X, so R is open. Okay, that's good. Second board, R is out, N is open. Okay, that's good. And third one, R is out, but N is out. So that is
guys. So yeah, so now we have our 2 well, obviously there's more scenarios, but there's literally no rules containing to them. So all of them could go either way, and we don't really have to pay attention to anything because we have all of our rules taken care of.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with question number 12.
Okay. So which one of the following could be a complete and accurate list of the stations that stay open? So looking at the two boards, we've got M and R in one and L and N in the other for sure. So any answer has to have.
Okay, this first question, I typically use my rules again.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm like, you could do it that way. So I'm looking for, okay, do we ever have M and R? Well, no, let's not. Let's just go through I just think it's faster.
Yeah. Okay, so N and R cannot both close. So one of them needs to be present in the right answer choice. So A is out.
Excellent.
And that's it. Okay, so if N is open, L. So if we see N, we must see L. So C is out.
Fabulous.
Okay, and then R open, M open. So B is out.
Yay.
Okay, and then L and R cannot both stay open. So L and R is present in E, so that's wrong.
Great. All right, so now let's go on to 5.
All right. If exactly 5 of the stations must stay open, which of the following must close? Okay, so if 5 are open and there's 6 in total, then only 1 can be out.
So then what world are we looking at?
We're looking at 2 because only 1 is out, and then the rest of them are all circled. And then, yeah, R is out.
Great, so we would skip 14 and go to 15.
All right, so if L is open, that's board 2. Any of the following could be true except, okay, M closes. Well, that is not.
Could it be true?
This could be true, so it's incorrect.
Excellent.
N closes. N is circled here, so it has to stay open.
Excellent.
Okay.
But M, and then like C, M stays open. That can happen. That's fine. P stays open. That's fine. Q stays open. That's fine. So, yep, E's our answer. All right. What about 16?
Okay. If exactly 2 of the stations stay open, which one of the following must close? So 2 stay open. Well, in both boards, 2 are open, which means every other one needs to close. That's optional. Okay, so L, no. A is incorrect. M could have been open, so no. N could have been open, so no. Q has to close because it's optional and it has to close in this scenario.
Yep. And then R is fine.
Yeah.
All right. So then I would go back to 14.
Okay. The stations that close could include both. Okay. So L and M. No.
Excellent.
L and R. Not there and not there. M
Good.
and N. M and N. No. M and R. Not there and yes.
Okay. And then what about E?
E. Which one of the following, if substituted for the constraint that if R stays open, M must also stay open? Wait, did you say E?
I was gonna say E like for E, but it was wrong. So I was
okay, I was like, wait.
It was fine.
He's 17. Like, sorry, that was a really delayed reaction on my
part. No, I was like, I was just gonna go with it. You were on a roll. All right. So we're saying if substituted for the constraint that if R is open, then if R is open, then M must also be open. Has the same effect. So we're looking for something that would do the same thing here. So what I like to look for these is, for starters, like, is there any other rule that has R and M both, like has R or M in it?
Yeah. So.
And what rules are those?
R, well, in the first rule, N and R cannot both close,
Mm-hmm.
and L and R cannot both stay open.
And so I want to think about this in terms of if R is open, M must be open.
Yeah.
Can I say something that with another rule that makes that happen without saying that essentially? That if R we have M. I'm trying to word this better. If we have R, we have M, where L and R cannot both stay open. So like what could we say, or N and R cannot both be closed? Okay, so I'm just going to do this once for you just to see, like, so you can see, because I don't have a very good way of explaining it and I apologize.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking here is like N and R cannot both be closed. So what that means is like if N is closed, we have R.
Mm-hmm.
What if I said if N is closed, we have M?
That wouldn't be the same thing.
Why wouldn't it?
Wait. Because wait. Do whatever they wanted.
What?
I don't know if
I'm sorry, you cut out. You might have said the right answer. It just truly cut out.
Oh, okay. If we fail the sufficient, then the rule falls away, and so M and R could do whatever they wanted.
N and R could do whatever. Wait. Oh, wait, I get what you're saying. If we don't have that, then so you're saying that if we have, so you're saying like, well, what happens if we have M that doesn't guarantee that we have R?
Yeah.
Excellent. So what
yeah.
can we do that would be better than this?
If we
You're
link
right.
them, if we link them directly, like our, oh wait, but then that's saying the same thing. Never mind.
So essentially, what do we need to say? Because like we're trying to get, I'm trying to play off of this. Is N and R cannot both be closed.
Okay, so
I want something to be triggering the N, right? Because
yeah,
if N is closed, what happens?
if N is closed, then according to the rule, R is open.
Yes. So this is where I want my trigger to come in, right?
Okay. So if M is open, wait, M is open, then N is closed, which means R is open.
Excellent. That's what we're looking for.
Okay. Okay, wait. So, okay. So it's going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, because like this is saying, because we're trying to get away from, we're trying to repeat something that is like if R then M.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. If R then M. So this means if we don't have M, we don't have R.
Yeah.
So what happens if we, so here, if we don't have R, oh yes, because here, if we don't have, oh, did I do this backwards again? I'm sorry. If we don't have R, then we have N, then we don't have M. Where if we have M, if R stays open, then M must also stay open. But here we could have R without M. Never mind, I did that backwards.
Okay, okay.
Let me look at this again. So we're saying if R, we must have M. So I want something that does that. So if R, M. So I need to, we were leading with the M. We need something that gets us to M. So now I'm going to look at the second rule that L and R cannot both stay open. So I'm thinking that if we have L open, we can't have R.
If we put an M slash before the L.
Ooh, so what about if we have R, we don't have L?
And then we put in M after the L slash.
So if we don't have L, then we have M?
Yeah.
I like that. which I would never do it this way on the test. I just like to try to come up with it on my own, like just to
Yeah.
practice substitute questions rather
Yeah,
than just like trial and error. So like the right answer becomes more obvious.
for sure. No, that
That's
really
one way that
helps.
I review it, where I'm like, okay, what rules can I come up with?
Yeah.
Essentially, so the rule we came up with is like no, we came up with if L is closed, then M has to be open.
Yes.
Because if L is open, then R is off, and that doesn't matter what M does then.
Yeah.
But if L is on, then R is off. So it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, I just said that. Okay, cool. Which that makes it A.
Sweet. If L closes. So yeah. Okay.